What's up everyone, and today I am bringing a updated version of my Evil Eye deck profile. Now Evil Eye is a fun little deck that revolves around Surzeal and the equip spell Evil Eye of Selene. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. First off, I run 3 copies of Surzeal to watch with the Evil Eye. When it's normal summoned, you can add 1 Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, except another copy of itself. Most oftentimes you're going to grab the equip spell, the Surzeal Evil Eye of Selene. If you already have that, you may go for the field spell or awakening or even the trap. There are a lot of good Evil Eye spells. Additionally, it's got an effect that whenever has a quick effect where you target one spell summon monster upon controls, destroy it. So you got a once per turn pop of a special summon monster. Now it really works with the equip spell, which the equip spell will give it 500 attack and you lose 500 life points. We also run 2 copies of Basilisk. If you control an Evil Eye monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand, and during your main phase you can send an Evil Eye spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. You can basically send your Evil Eye of Selene, because Selene has an effect in the graveyard to kind of recur itself, so this is like another way of getting to that. Also run 3 copies of Valsiltrus. Again, it's easy to special summon itself out as well. Control an Evil Eye monster. It has a quick effect to link summon into your opponent's turn, which is pretty cool. Allows you to go into Gorgon or Surzeal during your opponent's turn. You also run 1 copy of Cattle Pass. You can target 1 Evil Eye spell trap you control, and once until the end of this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And if you control an Evil Eye monster other than Cattle Pass, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. So outside of Surzeal, all of them special summon themselves, so you don't really have to worry about any of them taking away the normal summon from the Surzeal, because you're only going to use your normal summon on Surzeal, unless of course you don't have a Surzeal, then you might normal summon maybe both Assaultress and special Basilisk. Now with this deck, we also run a bunch of hand traps, like the 3 Ash Blossom, the 3 Ogre, really good against Tempai, the 2 Valor, and the 2 Nibiru. You can also run 3 copies of each of the Valor and Nibiru, but I took 2 copies out because I wanted to put in 3 copies of Cross-Eye, because I feel like Cross-Eye is really starting to come into its own, considering we're kind of in a very hand trap heavy format, and Cross-Eye is just really good, especially with Ghost Ogre being very popular, and obviously Ghost Ogre can destroy your field spell, which could prevent you from getting to Surzeal, and you don't want that, so that's definitely good to have. Moving on to the spells, we run 3 copies of the Evil Eye Domain, Paradola. And when this card is active, you can add 1 Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand. It also has an additional effect that you can have Evil Eye slain in your spell and trap, so you can make the battle damage you take from the battle also inflict to your opponent. But you mainly run it for the search. Of course, you also run the 1 terraforming. I run 2 copies of Selene and 2 copies of Gorgonio. Gorgonio is basically like an extra copy of Selene, and Evil Eye of Selene is really good because you gain effects by having it equipped on the field. And while it's equipped to an Evil Eye monster, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect. Also, your opponent cannot target with card effect, so it's almost getting like full immunity minus like a non-target send. And each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell trap card, the equipped monster gains 500 attack, and if it does, you lose 500 life points, and this boost will remain even if Selene leaves the field. Additionally, while it's in the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points to banish 1 Evil Eye spell trap from your graveyard to set this card. So Evil Eye Selene just does so much heavy lifting in this deck. It's got protection, it's got recurrence, it got a little bit of a boost, and if you have it on the field, it gets more effects to other Evil Eye cards. I run 3 copies of Evil Eye Unleashed. Evil Eye Unleashed, you send 1 Evil Eye monster and 1 Evil Eye spell trap from your deck to the graveyard to add 1 Evil Eye equip spell from your deck to your hand. But for the rest of the turn, each time you activate a non-Evil Eye card effect, you lose 500 life points, which isn't really much of a problem because most of what you're acting is an Evil Eye. It's pretty pure Evil Eye, of course. If you have that, you're going to activate the terraforming or other cards first. And of course, you can use it to send one of the level 3s, then send Surzeal, use the effect of Surzeal to set itself. It just gives you so much access to the Surzeal and other monsters. Additionally, you can banish this card from your graveyard to equip 1 Evil Eye equip spell from your graveyard to 1 Evil Eye Link monster you control. So if you have a Link monster, you don't even have to use Surzeal's effect. Unleashed will do it for you. I also run 1 Evil Eye Awakening. Awakening allows you to special summon an Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if Evil Eye Selene is your spell trap zone, you can special summon an Evil Eye monster from your deck instead. So This really works well with Unleashed. Like, for example, if you don't have Surzeal in hand, but you have both Unleashed and Awakening, you can send both Surzeal and the Slain to and with the Evil Eye Awakening and the secondary effect of Unleashed, you can add basically both of them back. Also run 3 copies of Pod Prosperity. Surzeal is basically like the boss monster of the deck. It's the main deck boss monster. While we do use the extra deck, sometimes it doesn't come up too much. So we have a lot of flexibility with the extra deck. Also run 3 copies of the Cross-Out Designator because since we run a bunch of hand traps and we don't want to get hand trapped ourselves, it's just going to always basically be live. Moving on to the traps, I run 1 Retribution. Retribution is a spell trap negation while you control an Evil Eye monster. And if you control Evil Eye of Selene, Retribution cannot be negated. So it's really good for protecting your Evil Eye and stopping maybe a very important spell trap. Like, say for example, your opponent activates something like Droplets and they don't send a trap. This can take care of that. Also run 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, all around just another really good hand trap. Moving on to the extra deck, I run 1 copy of Gorgon, Empress of the Evil Eyed. Now, it gains attack for each Evil Eye card with different names in your graveyard, and if this card is equipped with Selene, quick effect, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negates effects until the end of this turn. So this is definitely the one you're probably going to summon most, because it's a negation if it's equipped with Evil Eye of Selene. And I probably forgot to mention, like with Gorgonio, that's Gorgonio basically on the field takes the name of Evil Eye of Selene. So it's like we're running 4 copies of Evil Eye of Selene, not to mention Selene can also set itself, which is pretty good. Oh, actually I run 2 of them, my bad. And I run 1 of the Surzeal. When this card is Link Summon, use a monster with 26 or higher attack as material. You can make it a second attack during each battle phase. And if this card is equipped with Selene, quick effect, the target card your opponent controls, destroy it. So this is like, I guess, more of like a solid going second option, whereas Gorgon's more like a good going first option. Although this can be used during your bonus because it is a quick effect. Next, I run 1 copy of Dark. Again, just a really solid card, just like a Nightmare Unicorn and Axis Code Talker to help close games out. So like, let's say you got Surzeal and maybe one of the other Link 3s. You just go into Dark, and Dark, take one of your opponent's Darks if they're playing a Dark deck. Which, unless it's like Tempai, most often they're going to have a Dark, or maybe a Dark hand trap. Then go into a Unicorn, then Axis Code Talker for game. We also run some rank 3s and 4s like Shuriken, Break Sword, and Gossip Shadow, all pretty solid level 3s. Of course, Gossip Shadow can really help with stuff like Nibiru, and because Gossip Shadow changes the effect of an activated monster to both players drop 1 card, which could be pretty useful for you. Also run 1 Garrus, 1 Dweller, pretty solid. Also run the 1 Downer, as well as 2 copies of Zeus. Let me know, what do you think of Evil Eye? Do you think it's a pretty cool deck? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.